Tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Robert Lee and I'm running for Rotorua Council in the General Ward. My mountain is Ngataha, my stream is Utahina, my golf course is Springfield. I was the founding president of Saving Springfield. My parents arrived in New Zealand in 1960 on a waka called Rangitoto from London, England. You could say I'm tangata tiriti or Ngāti Pakihi. I'd like to acknowledge the passing of Queen Elizabeth II this week. She was the great-great-granddaughter of Queen Victoria, with whom the Treaty of Waitangi was arranged. I'd also like to acknowledge King Charles III, who came to the throne this week. He follows on from King Charles I and II, who are interesting characters. King Charles I was the last of the tyrant kings who believed his word was law and anything he said goes. Well, he was found guilty of treason and he was beheaded, and England was without a king for 11 years. So with that kind of history, you can expect King Charles III to be a little more reasonable. So democracy is, as Winston Churchill said, the worst form of government, except for all the others that have been tried. And in the last 9 years, there is a new form of government that's been tried in Rotorua, known as co-governance. We now have the benefit of hindsight to look around and see how well this has worked, and to see whether Churchill was right, whether democracy is a better form of government or co-governance or any other form. I would suggest if you take a walk down Fenton Street, or have a look in the newspaper, or have a look on TV, you'll find that Rotorua has got itself into a pickle. It's broken, it needs fixing. Our reputation as a tourist industry has been smashed. Rotorua was once known for its manaakitanga, and who wants to come to Rotorua these days? So this council has entered into a relationship with Te Tātou Te Arawa in 2015, and some of the principles within that agreement, I believe, are inconsistent with the Local Government Act, and I don't believe would stand the scrutiny of the court. So when somebody gets elected to council, a mayor or a councillor, we have to make a declaration that we will act in the best interests of the whole district of Rotorua, not just in the best interests of part of the community of Rotorua. So I expect to be holding my fellow colleagues, councillors, to account if I get elected, that they will make decisions in the best interests of all of Rotorua, and they also have to act within the confines of the Local Government Act. So I'll be asking them to check carefully whether or not the Te Arawa Partnership Agreement does fulfil those obligations. I've been asked how I see the Te Arawa Vision 2050 being integrated into the Council's long-term plan. I've read the document, I've attended a presentation by Te Tātou's Chair, Te Taru White, and I notice there's no mention of non-Māori in the vision. I asked Te Taru about it and he had no good explanation for that. I think it would be a stronger document if consideration was given to non-Māori. I've also been asked to comment on the importance of Māori-owned businesses. My family have owned a series of businesses in Rotorua since they arrived. I'm supportive of all businesses. I'm colourblind, so I have nothing in particular to say about Māori-owned businesses, except I have a real affinity for the tourism industry that used to bring in 850 million a year into Rotorua, and we need to get that industry sorted out, because that's a key industry that's been broken by this council and needs fixing. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.